video of mine. Today we're actually in the BMW, as you can see. I've got it titled and registered and insured, and I'm excited that I'm driving it. I've been driving it for the past couple of days just to kind of like find out some of the small things that might be wrong with it, any engine light codes that might come on. And so far it's pretty solid. There are a few things like my coolant light keeps coming on and off intermittently, so I'm gonna go ahead and check the coolant levels after I'm done driving it now. That just started today. I have a check engine light, but I don't have an OBD to the sensor reader thingy to figure out what it is, and my sway bar link is still, not connected. So today, instead of trying to self-diagnose all these things, I'm actually going to take it to a local performance shop, because normally I would be the one who would want to fix things, but the goal of this car is to get me behind the wheel and to get me driving ASAP, right? So instead of taking the extra time to diagnose something like this and fix it myself, I figured I would speed up that process and go ahead and take it to a local performance shop that I've been to. I'm actually headed to Agile Performance in Maryland. Now I haven't been there in a few years. I used to go there, and most of the shops that I normally go to are Subaru shops, but this is a BMW, so I've got to take it to somewhere that's not Subaru related. So we're gonna go ahead and take it up there, and while I'm up there, I'm gonna ask if they can have it on the lift to take a look at not only all of the crazy oil leaks that are underneath my car. They actually have a sway bar ending in stock, so I'll go ahead and throw that guy on and get that fixed. And I'm actually also going to look at the subframe. I know that these are known to crack and tear, so I'm going to look for any of those, whether it's big, small cracks, and then I know they have reinforcement plates, so I'm going to look into buying a set of reinforcement plates for the subframe for the E46. Yeah. Other than that, she's pretty good. It also smells like burning oil in here. It sucks and it's scary. And I'm hoping that that's just the oil leaks and that my oil temps aren't actually super hot. Oh, fingers crossed for that. Oh, another thing is that when I press on the brakes, like when I'm driving, the steering wheel shakes. But no, it's not like my pads or rotors. Those are actually brand new. When I bought the car, it still had the lines of brand new brakes and rotors, so it's not my brake and rotors. And my theory is that it's in an alignment because the previous owner did an alignment, but it was like a DIY self-done alignment and not like at a shop with a machine where they can get it perfect. So I'm gonna have them look at that today too if they have time. But overall, I just want Agile to overlook this car and kind of help guide me in the right direction to get things fixed, since this is a new car. I don't necessarily know anything about BMWs, and I'm here to learn, but I also want to accelerate the process of fixing small minor things so I can get behind the wheel and as soon as I can, right? It's racing season, things are starting to open up again, and I'm ready to get out there and get on the track and really have some fun with this car. So I'll see y'all at Agile. Beautiful. So we're here. We've actually made it to Agile Performance here in Maryland. So earlier I said yes, they're going to help me with my car, look over it, but I also want to say that they really want to help me get my car track ready on the track, racing, sliding as soon as possible. So not only are they going to help me look over my car today, but they're going to recommend me what I should do with this car, things that I should do for safety performance, and really help guide me to get on the road as fast as I can. So Agile Auto, they are the professionals in motorsports, building. They not only do hot rod restorations, they do motorsports. They kind of do a little bit of everything. So they're really gonna help me get the BMW not only driving reliably, but out on the track as soon as possible and as safe as possible. And I'm super excited to be with these guys and to have an extra set of eyes to help me build and get this car ready and to get me racing ASAP. BMW is here with all of the beautiful, wonderful cars here in this shop. I'm very excited for this. Just looking underneath, this bad boy is empty, this bad boy is leaking, and this bad boy works. And we're gonna look for all the small things that are wrong with it and see if we can get those fixed. So we got the BMW up on the lift, and it is just soaked in fluids, whether it's oil, power steering fluid, the whole shebang, all here, all around. So it's kind of difficult to figure out where the leaking is coming from, and it comes all the way back here from the trans, and it just kind of like runs down the whole car. So she's still being covered in oil and fluids, but it looks like everything is easily fixable, nothing major. And I found out that not just one of my sway bar end links are bad, but I guess on the way up here, the second one fell off at some point. It might just be from going too low, which is how the previous owner had it. We also noticed that this pulley here is ribbed, so that will need to be replaced. Looks like some of the leaking is coming up from the banjo bolt up there to the Vano system. Do you want to shake the wheel for me so I can show everybody the terrible lower control arm bushings that I have? So these are the lower control arm bushings, and they're shaking. It's shaking it. Oh gosh, that's just terrible.
Dynamic. So.
That's probably why I get an excessive amount of shaking when I brake on my car. It's just from a lot of the bushings and steering stuff is just, you know, done because the car is so old. But that's okay. That's all easily replaceable stuff. So I'm actually here with Chris, one of the lead techs here at Agile, to kind of get his opinion after he looked over my car and all of the leaks and everything. And I really want to know what you think after taking a look at this.
It's a sloppy mess, but it's got good bones and definitely has potential to be a very fun, usable, practical car. And obviously we're going to try to keep the cost to a minimum because that's realistic. But we're going to do our best with what we got, and we got enough to work with, so.
That's what I'm talking about, getting a project car. I'm so excited, guys. I'm happy that everything that's important, such as chassis, engine, and apparently trim, maybe? I don't know, are all solid.
Rust.
Yeah, no rust. That was the big thing for me. But everything just seems like small parts, bushings, stuff that's easily fixable, replaceable, and was going to be on the list anyway. Cool. So for the first thing we're going to do is probably clean up anything underneath here, so we have a better idea of what's actually leaking and what's not leaking, and fix the end link that we have, and possibly put in a power steering pump, because I did bring one. So this is the list of everything that we need to kind of like get it going, or look at, get fixed, or buy parts for. Yep, good list. Push it real good. Ding, 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 ding. Just all of it. She's a dirty girl. Oh gosh, it's gotten on me already.
And I want you to keep
Got a little bit of my eyeball.
foot steady.
What are
And keep that
those?
2,500 RPM.
What are these? Do they have like little... I hope they look dope.
Hold on, bud. I'm gonna set the timer.
Do they? Or are you just saying that?
You look like a 1970 shop.
Thank you. See how that looks. Oh, the GoPros are wet. Whoops. It's still just straight black gunk everywhere. Well, I have completely made a mess of a mixture of degreaser and oil, but BMW is looking way better. It's like a whole new car now. Look at that. Beautiful. Now I'm going to easily be able to tell where any oil leaks are from this car. So I'm gonna go ahead, clean up the mess I made, take off the sway bar end links, and possibly the power steering pump if I'm lucky. And this is the little trap door, brand new. Would you look at that? So as you can see, the mess has been successfully cleaned up and all the good stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead, and since both of the sway bar end links are busted, I'm just gonna take both of them off and possibly take the sway bar off so it's not clunking around until I can get 2 sway bar end links.
Yeah, check this out.
What? That was really heavy with my one little baby arm. Oh.
So when you're done with your stuff, you just put it there.
Oh, I'm done now.
I know, but I'm just telling you, it's something you can do.
Now that the sway bar has been removed though, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on our power steering pump. It's gonna be this bad boy here. This is gonna be way easier now that the sway bar is actually out of the way and everything is clean. Awesome. For us to get to the power steering pump, we need to remove this accessory belt. The tensioner is right here, so we're gonna need to use a Torx bit to loosen that and then take the belt off.
Ooh, you're doing stuff. Okay. Girlfriend! Good job.
Power steering fluid is literally like poop colored, so we're gonna need new fluids. This is our old one. Yeah, it's bad, so we're gonna put in our new one. It's gonna be way better. And this is the new one that we'll be putting in. Sorry, my lighting is terrible, but this is the new one. It's gonna look way better, feel better. It's gonna be like a new car. Sweet, so we just put on the belly plate here, protective plate, whatever y'all want to call it. We got our new fresh pump in there with our fresh pulley, aluminum instead of plastic. And she's clean, she's good. We took off the front sway bar since neither of the end links are working and we only have one. So she's clean, she can now turn easy and no more clunking sway bar stuff. So I would consider tonight a very successful night. Thank you very much for helping me, everybody. I'm so excited to drive her home now. It's gonna be like a whole new car. It's literally a whole new car now. It's a whole new car! Eat it. Look at all that nasty fluid mixed with the good fluid.
It loads, like, it puts extra fluid on the transmission, like,
Awesome, so now that everything is done on the BMW, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up shop and I'm gonna head home. It is pretty late. I'm here a little bit later than I anticipated, but I'm so glad I got all that stuff done. I got the BMW cleaned and looked at by some pros who have a lot more experience than I do to kind of help guide me in the right direction. Thank you so much, Agile Performance. I really appreciate everything and I'm very excited to come back and to see what else we can do. And you guys, thank you for always watching my videos. I always deeply appreciate you. And there's a ton of cool stuff in this shop that I can't wait to show you in next video. But thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see y'all in the next one.